All right, welcome in, folks. We are here. Order versus X-Chiefs. Straight into the Nuke pistol, and I've got to give credit to the boys for getting in nice and quick, not messing about. No one taking too long because they're just finishing their dinner or whatever. We are here into the action, Dean. Here we go.
Yeah, to be fair to the players, though, they were also waiting about for a couple hours to get going with this matchup, so I'm sure they're pretty motivated to get some CS going, and, well, already a pretty fantastic start comes through for Order. Nicely timed nades in towards the ramp, and then a couple of headshots to follow it up, and with that now a 5-on-3. You do see a player, I was going to say, creeping around the garage there. Almost got the timing onto the man backing away into hell, but it ended up just working instead in favor of Ustillo, who was up close, who could swing in and find himself a couple of headshots then on that P250, leaving it all onto Blitz. A 1-on-5 is needed, and I don't really fancy his chances.
Interesting for a P250 on the making its hands into the CT side, right? It was actually Soju's, I think, that he's able to pick up, but kind of curious why more teams don't go for a P250 raid boss like that on the CT end. Nonetheless.
I mean, at close range, it's really good for the body shots, but you don't really get the advantage of it actually giving you an advantage at range for, like, headshots, for example, like it would going from a Glock to a P250. So it's just slightly less worthwhile, so.
Yeah, this is why you're here, mate. You know, the Dean insights. There you are. It does make a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. So.
Plus the USB just feels nice. You don't want to be buying anything else. Pew pew, crisp.
Yeah, very crisp indeed. Those one-usps are incredibly satisfying. So
you don't get many chances at them either. So when you've got that one round, you may as well stick with it. Yeah,
true. Very true. So Deagle's out for X-Chiefs. Blitz will be the first to fall to the FAMAS of Vexite. Got some interesting names here for sure. Humongous is absolutely my favorite. Not meant to pick sides, not meant to pick favorites, but in terms of names, that's a pretty good one if you ask me. Nonetheless, 5-on-3. Big nade damage coming in. And I think it should be all good for Order here. Not a single point of damage taken so far.
Yeah, not bad. A lot of SMGs that are hoping to be able to get some of the kills that are left to go around. And there's obviously full investment from the X-Chief boys into this round, so they definitely don't want to be letting it go with absolutely no output of damage or anything being done with this investment. Hopefully that dog barking can't be heard. It's not mine. My window's just slightly open. And well, there you go. The MP9, as I said, going to be getting a bit more. Valiance and Ustillo need a little bit, though, to make it worthwhile having actually gone onto this MP9. Obviously, the Eco would be coming through in the next round either way, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. And now that they've actually lost Jira, I think they just need to make sure that they get themselves this last kill cleanly. And that is the case for Ustillo. 2-0 for Order. 1 casualty suffered, and that's within the last 2 rounds, not just that last one.
Yeah, pretty nasty, to be honest with you. They are looking awfully hot here, and the thing is, you know, you have all this time to play with because we've had that extended series. You can work things out, I think, in terms of the veto, in terms of what's going to come in, and then maybe do some last-minute prep, and it's fresh, it's new, might be a little different for you, but at the minute, Order looking very, very hot. Sure, it's only the early rounds, but still, it's the way in which they're winning them and their confidence, right? They look so damn good right now. So X-Chiefs, when they get into this initial rifle, are going to have to pull all the stops out. I would go for one of your deeper, stronger, quote-unquote, strategies, because you really do need to shut down this Order confidence that we're seeing come straight out of the gate.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to see it into the opening gun round. No swing strategies going to be deployed with the Glocks, unfortunately. They might try and swing itself, though. Just try and see if they can overwhelm at least one player. And, well, they give it a go. With Vexite waiting with that FAMAS. Easy enough time so far. And, well, he just delays even the last player long enough for Ustillo to come in from behind and clean it up on the MP9. Again, some of the SMGs at least getting the hop in and earn that extra little bit of cash, rather. But onto the guns now, X-Chiefs. They need to get going here on this opening gun round. So far, of course, throughout those opening 3, all they've found is a single frag. So Order have already begun to build themselves a pretty decent economy, and even as a bonus round, this is pretty damn good. Obviously, they get the up out onto Ricky, so he wouldn't have enough to buy back up into the next one. But other than that, they keep the MP9, they keep the command. They already had a couple of odds in play, so they've got a pretty good investment to work with.
I'm a fan. If they can find this, they set themselves up in a fantastic position. Early spams coming in, no kills as yet, though. Tiny bit of damage onto Humongous. Nonetheless. Slow on the uptake. X-Chief's going to go for an outside execute a little later on into the round. See what they can find with it. However, it seems like a little bit of a setup, a little bit of a fake, because they are indeed ready to Molotov their way in towards A, but then going around to push off of it. They do get aggressive outside. Jira finds one. Traded instantly, but good information to work with here. Still, is it A? Are they going to try and split secret? What's the deal here from X-Chiefs? They're really trying to play the extended mind games, and well, it's working a little bit, but Order, winning the fights. Valiant gets his double. There's Ricky, however, outside with the kill onto Blitz, and now Humongous, the only one left.
And again, they're not really able to do much at all to contest this round. You figured the few previous ones, while they didn't have the weaponry, was probably just because of that fact that they didn't have the weaponry, but not really getting a chance to kick things off, rather, in this open and gun round either. It's not looking great for them. Humongous, though, was out on A. Actually in with a decent chance of maybe even getting that bomb down, which would, of course, allow for them to get a full buy into the following round. And, well, there you go. He does indeed manage to put it in place, so a decent enough pickup. But winning out the 1-on-4, on the other hand, is going to probably be too tall of an order for him. But we'll see. I mean, even 1 or 2 kills off of it wouldn't be too bad. Anything to do some damage at this stage. And no, he's going to go down to the AUG of Ustillo, just keeps his range, holds a tight angle, and utilizes that weapon rather to its advantage. As we head up 4-0 on the Order side of things, and again, only suffering 1 casualty. Was Jira the one who died before as well? I think he was.
Yeah, pretty sure that's correct. So we'll see him in just a second here. Yeah,
wasn't the same player who killed him though.
No, that would be a bit too spooky, to be honest. Either way, moving forwards here, Order 4-0. Very quickly, looking very strong. So we shall see. The rotational play, the change-up play has to be filth from the X-Chiefs. They do have enough to buy. They're going to try and spam their way in early, but nothing quite presenting itself here. Nonetheless, looking very, very comfortable indeed. So we'll have to see. Slow but sure. They're working their way outside here. 30 seconds gone. No one down as yet. This time they're going to go for the outside execute. And I'd like to see them work off of it rather than just faking it out. Use it to its advantage. Stick someone else outside. Send a player down secret, you know? But easier said than done. Ricky's ready and waiting for the B split here. In towards ramp. They're not able to find anything either. And now what? Jira takes down Blitz. 5-on-3, just like that. And again, X-Chiefs are up against it.
Yeah, they're just being picked off one by one as they move forward. It's not really anything crazy from Order, but it's just fairly standard, methodical, textbook play, at least up until this stage. I can't really put much blame on them there, as Gump just hits himself a couple of nice shots to give them an open and forward finally. Well, with that, they shouldn't really be able to do anything about contesting the bomb. Indeed, it's going to go down. Order, they have a couple players in towards single, but it was planted securely. So now we've got the 3-on-3. Nades-wise, there's plenty left for Order to use. At least there was initially. Down into the 2-on-2 now as they just swing out looking for the fights. My auto director definitely not helping me here. But it's all on the Maker now stuck in the 1-on-2. And he's decided to actually position himself elsewhere other than Darky moved across. His position known as he's trapped in. And despite it being the AUG up close, it could have been some trouble for Jerry, but he's able to make it work. And I think he was looking for maybe an upgrade to an op or something there. Realized he better just go ahead and take that defuse first. And, well, is there an op route? There it is, yeah. He's actually found it in towards the double, so not a bad find. Jira, is that his name, Jira? I don't know. It feels weird to say on the fly, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's like sort of a little bit of a, you know,
you might just go by Jerry or something.
Well, because the thing is, it's like the EH, like Ricky.
True. I'm gonna go. I forget what his name was. I think
this is the thing. No one says Ricky, you know, but it's funny. And then I would imagine no one says Jira, but it's just like Jiri or whatever. So
yeah, I'm trying to double check that first.
Do a bit of deeper digging, fact finding. Down secret goes Soju. Nice crack angle from Jiri. He doesn't go too aggressively here.
AH he goes with normally, actually. That's the only difference.
Ah, so Jira. Jira. I don't know, mate. I don't know, to be honest. Just pick a name that, you know, is easy to say, for goodness sake. Anyway, Valiant's in with a triple. That's an easy name to say. And a nice play in from him as well. 4 versus 2.
I went with Dean because I was a baby and I wasn't good at speaking, so...
Yeah. Feel that, mate. Feel that. And just sticking with that your whole life. Oof. Nice find from Blitz. Going to be the only one left, though, for this T-side. And only momentarily. 6-0. Order looking very good straight out of the gate, then. And these early rounds, right? This early run could just be the difference maker. And it's been such a long start, you know. Very, very difficult, unfortunately, here for the ex-Chief side of things. We will get a call-in, though. We will get a little timeout for the T side.
Oh, I also just realized, by the way, Addict and Cellos from that previous game, they were actually Kiwis. I noticed someone in the chat had said Kiwis were being left out. I didn't check who in this game might be yet, but we had a couple of New Zealand players in that previous game as well. Wanted to know, because they were honestly some of the more impressive players we've seen as well. But yeah, we have a pause, so I'm kind of just going crazy looking through some of the stats on the other screen, not going to lie. We're getting back into it, though. 6-0. Ex-Chiefs not having a great start, and I think Order are trying to get themselves back on schedule after having to wait for a couple hours for that previous one to finish up. Definitely trying to make Nuke a quick affair here. As we said, though, this is a map that ex-Chiefs are more than capable of playing. This is their own map choice, sure, in the end. And while Order do play a little bit of it, it's certainly not as much as what we've seen from ex-Chiefs, so it's kind of surprising that it started off quite this one-sidedly. But Jarek could be in trouble here. Just about, I believe, gets the molly down. Actually gets the AUG out in time as well to go ahead and fight it. Should be able to get some assistance through from a teammate, as again, it just looks too easy, despite them pretty much catching him off guard initially. I don't know how he gets away with that.
Yeah, a little strange, for sure. Nonetheless, big man Gump. What can he get done? Oh. It's a player on the rafters. I'm going to see him. Ah, nearly flicks across, but not able to get it done. Flawless round for Order. 7-0, folks. Looking very, very good here for Order. There is no real up and down, no real in-depth analysis to do right now. Order are just looking so damn clean in terms of the 1v1s. And ex-Chiefs, I don't know, maybe overthinking things a little. I really want to see just a simple outside, let's walk through the smokes or walk round them, I guess, if you want to be technical, and get down secret. Try and give that a go instead, but we've not seen anything that simple for quite some time.
Yeah, in this game, by the way, Scriv, we've got one Kiwi amongst the Australians. It is Soju over there on the ex-Chiefs side. Figured I better check this one as well. So out of all the teams we've covered so far today, Order are the only fully Australian one, I believe. Unless I'm now somehow wrong as well. But I didn't see it. I had a quick glance at the flags, and yeah, I'm seeing the little star at the bottom on all of them. It's the only way I can tell the difference. But there we go. Nice shot by Ricky right there as the molly goes through. So nice teamwork to actually force Maker out of position. No one was ready, unfortunately, from ex-Chiefs either, despite having a little bit of presence around lobby to try and help him out. The play itself, Vexite through the smoke. Soju had actually got a kill himself, I think, through the smoke on towards Secret onto Jira, but it is going to be, of course, returned pretty quickly as those tracers rather gave his position away. But now the push moves quickly towards ramp.
Oh, big slap coming in from Ricky. 3 versus 2. Gump trying to bait it out to recover this bomb. Meanwhile, Blitz just went flying in and is able to get across. So, little strange, little weird. We do have a flank coming through from Yastillo. And it's pretty quick. That's what they're waiting for, isn't it? Oh, the bomb out in the open, a little bit risky. He's going to try and go for the 2-for-1, but Gump actually gets off it to take him down. Little bit messy. Thought his teammates maybe had him. Now going to be down to Ricky. He's repositioned for the 1 versus 2. Does manage to find the first. Gump can flash out. Doesn't quite land. Trying to move through and just get the drop on. He'll actually make his way up. So now it becomes even harder for Ricky to break in. Where's he gone? Someone's got to call it. Someone's got to come together for this because he is very confused. Not going to check behind him at all. It just escapes me, but no. Gump is above him, and Gump will take him down. Nice play in the 1v1. Nonetheless, the first round for X-Chiefs comes in. They still need to string them together. It's not going to be easy as well. The money's not really there.
No, definitely not. They will, I believe, be able to at least get pretty much all the weaponry they could ask for in this round other than on Maker. But it's obviously, as you said, about chaining the rounds together now. If they are to lose this one, they'll be in a lot of trouble with no money left over to buy back into the following. And obviously the same can't be said for Order, although they probably would put a pretty decent dent in it. You'd see Stillo maybe being low on money, and they might have to take 1 eco maybe on the CT side of things. They'd still have decent money in the reserve, and the main thing is that they aren't actually limited with this current buy. They have everything they could ask for right now to fight back in. So X-Chiefs, of course, trying to utilize that pause time as well as they possibly can. This is obviously a very, very crucial swing round, so it's understandable. Well, a good spawn for the Mac-10 in the front. I'm wondering if they're going to try and maybe get him down vent or something.
Yeah, maybe. Not a crazy idea. Not quick, though, that's for sure. This is all about holding on, isn't it, really? Again, X-Chiefs not going too crazy. They go for a bit of a boost up. Nothing coming off the back of it, though. A little bit of damage taken from the falls, and I think Soju might have eaten a nade, but really not an awful lot of anything so far, Dean.
No, until you say that anyway. When Ricky goes ahead and gets himself the kill on Maker. It is only the Mac-10 taken out, so I mean, you didn't. At least your Jinx only took out the weakest of the weapons, Scriv, so maybe the X-Chiefs fans can forgive you. But it's still going to be tough now for them to recover this round, especially as guilds continue to sway in favor of Order, slowing down what is already a pretty slow round at this point. Gump charges out A on his own, manages to work out for the frag, falls back for the moment, waiting for his teammates so he doesn't overextend and get taken out before they're really ready for the commitment. And, well, a fantastic molly is going to go ahead and isolate the player in heaven from being able to help out on the bomb site, and because of that, they've completely abandoned it. Willing to give up the bomb site, the bomb should be planted, and it's going to come into the retake now for Order. And they haven't really got too many nades to work with on it, just some flashes.
Yeah, we'll see here. The retake for Order previously didn't go so well. Jerry going to try and creep out, but it's a difficult angle to make work. He's just trying to distract away, ultimately. Valence comes in for 1, and there it is. Soju has to take a fight. Now it's all just down to Gump. Can't find the first. Order will get the defuse in with the kit quite easily, and they move up to 8. X-Chiefs straight back to square one. They found the 1 round, but look, a 16-0 versus a 16-1, who really cares about that kind of a difference? You know, that's what Order are looking at right now, and, well, they're on their way to it if they can keep stringing them together. They'll take 7 in a row, and then a round won by X-Chiefs, then 7 again, you know, so really, really difficult stuff here for the T-side to bounce back, and they're going to go for the bye.
Yeah, we did have a 7-1 comeback in our first map of the previous best of 3. But I think it's a little bit harder to make happen on the T side of Nuke than it was on the T side of Dust 2, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh no, sorry, it was Virgo, wasn't it we kicked things off on?
Yes.
That was like nearly
that was a long time
hours ago at this point.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it does. It feels like it was years ago. It was only one best of 3 ago. But, well, we've got to focus on this one right now because it is another quick play, potentially in towards A, or at least attempted in towards A. Wrong word right there. But it hasn't gone well. This is the attempted part of that sentence as Blitz is left alone. He didn't blitz into the bomb site at all. He was actually the man stuck in the back throwing the nades, relying on his teammates to find those entries, and they weren't quite successful. So now he's got 5 health and 2 opponents to take out. But at least a decent amount of time as Autodirector decides we wanted to watch Soju's body. I don't know if you guys got that.
Yep, a little weird. Autodirector also not playing ball massively today.
I think he just wanted to save us the torture of having to watch Blitz get massacred, because he was pretty much dead already. Look at the buy they're back on.
Yeah, this is not looking pretty, to be honest with you. I thought it would be a little bit closer here on Nuke. The order, I think ready. Seems like it's somewhat predictable. They've played the veto to a T kind of thing, so it does seem like they're in good stead for this one and set up and ready, right? We look to this for Chiefs. It's a pretty damn good map for them, but not bad for Order either, and they've clearly prepared themselves for this one. Early Molotov kill does come in. Valiant's towards Dark. It's a nice position to be in. Anti-force by, as it were. Vexite gonna find one, but Valiant's in at Dark trying to chime in. Actually gets overwhelmed. Humongous on the AK. Hoping to make it work. Immediately eliminated by Jira. But where's he go, man? There's fire everywhere. And Soju has found himself a double off the back of it. So it's now all on to Yestillo in a 1 versus 3. How have we come down to this? He's also miles away from the action, so it's not looking good to get the return in, to find the space that he needs. Goodness me, it has fallen apart very, very quickly here. X-Chiefs looking set to get a second, unless the big man, the old guard of Australian Counter-Strike. What can he get done? Absolutely nothing, boys. Soju with the triple, as he takes out 60% of the enemy team. There you go. X-Chiefs will get number 2 as well. So we'll see this time if they can string them together. And because this comes a lot sooner after losing, you know, a couple of rounds, they picked up that one at 7-1, right? But because it comes a lot sooner, they've got hardly any cash here on the CT side, as you can see. So should be in a position to get a third, maybe even a good battle for the fourth. So not looking too bad.
Yeah, I mean, the buy I don't think would be too great in this next round, since they've spent a decent amount on a few of the players. So you are right, there could be a chance for them to, well, they should be getting this one, but there could be a chance for them to get that next one as well. And then suddenly be on track for potentially even the 6 on this T side, which would be a fantastic recovery. We'll see whether that's going to be possible or not. We're obviously getting a small bit ahead of ourselves, as Order is still looking to get something done, despite not having a lot to fight with in this round. We do have to remember that they've been looking by far the better of the two individually so far. But to be fair to X-Chiefs, if things go bad early on a Nuke, it can be quite easy to just get shut out.
Yeah.
So done a good job to eventually break through.
It's definitely the way that it goes, right? I think we have seen a bit more of a shift in Western Counter-Strike, but that might not yet have trickled down, as it were. It's not necessarily T-sided, but there's definitely more room for the T-side at the moment. Your 9-6 halves are a bit more expected in the West, so curious to know whether that's kind of the case here. Yestillo misses his opportunity. Humongous going to find the first, meanwhile, as they've broken into the B-bomb site. Looking very, very comfortable here for the Order side. Trying to get aggressive, trying to go in together, but it's just not working for the half buy of Order. All down to Yestillo. Chance at him to find one. Soju leading the charge here. Looking pretty good these past couple of rounds. Nonetheless, he's just hidden away, hoping someone comes his way.
Yeah, some good showings from Soju so far. Alongside Gumpu had a decent round at one point as well. Starting to certainly find some form as time goes on. He's on 19 health. I think that's roughly about what a bottle of Soju would be. 19%. I think it differs pretty wildly, to be honest. If you don't know, it's like a South Korean alcohol. I've never drank it.
Yeah, I've had it before. Yeah, I've had it
actually
before. It's very nice. It's quite sweet. It's quite nice.
I've had some South Korean beers before, but I haven't tried Soju. There we go. Another round goes the way of X-Chiefs, and up at least saved over for Ricky, but, well, that's actually going to push them into buy-in, as we kind of expected, but we did already say it was going to be severely lacking. And the nades on pretty much everyone could be a lot better. They don't have a single kit either. You can kind of get away with that on Nuke, though, maybe more so than some other maps. You just have to ensure that you don't let that early drop into the vent, otherwise it's going to become a big problem. And they actually have to just drop a player of their own because they don't have the nades to hold off that push. Good start though by Ricky. I think around the edge of the smoke, I presume, or maybe just before it bloomed right there.
I think so, yeah. Just trying to look for another one, but nothing really coming at this point. Meanwhile, he's still in mini, looking to hold things down as the execute comes over the top. Ricky finds another outside. So 5-on-3, Order straight back to it with the rifles, it would appear. They have managed to creep a couple of players in towards A. He's still, though, this next line of defense are on top of each other. They go down the vents, and he doesn't find a kill, but setting it up. Gump sticks around a little while too long. He will eventually fall there to the AWP of Blitz. Nonetheless, it's a 4-on-2 on the retake.
And, well, they just end up dropping into Dejera, who's waiting at the end of that ladder. I'm still struggling with his name to say it on the fly. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't flow as smoothly as some other words. I think it's probably because I just haven't heard someone say it properly. So I'm not too certain on it while I'm saying it. I'm just like doubting it. You get me? But he's at 18-5, so there's no doubt in terms of his performance right now. Looking fantastic. But it is, of course, 10-3. X-Chiefs, they've got a bit of a salvage going on, but they do still need to ideally find these next 2 rounds now in order to have a position that they can be somewhat happy with, especially with, again, this being their map choice. And there you go, a good start for Maker.
Not bad at all. Ricky outside trying to, pick up the pieces, moves over towards Heaven. Not really able to find an awful lot. However, Valiant does get a kill of his own. It's short-lived to bring it back to a 4-on-4. Of course, Ricky, though, taking out Humongous, making it all very costly here. Vexite, Yustillo over the top of the smoke. Can't quite get it done. You feel has perhaps set things up here. Yustillo indeed does get his assist through, but Blitz with the quick trade brings it down to a 1 versus 1. Vexite just ready and waiting. I don't think you want to go down there. And it's kind of tough now to pick the bomb up. Blitz. Oh, timing going to be everything. Vexite kind of not really wanting to stick around here, but this is the game, isn't it? You know, if you don't commit to the angle, there's more and more chance of you getting timed on. So it's just going to go for it. And Blitz will try and walk down, hope that he's not looking. However, not going to be the case. The patience for Vexite pays off big style. Order will hit number 11 pretty quick here into this first half.
Yeah, putting themselves past the start of the double digits anyway. And giving themselves, no matter what, a lot of room to work with now once they swap over to that T side. Obviously, with it being Nuke, you can always still imagine the comeback happening on the CT side more so than other maps, really. But it's not going to be an easy task for X-Chiefs. They've just struggled to get themselves into the game and individually at points. Order have been a lot to handle. Well, looking like a quick ramp play is going to come in. They have got a good setup here with the optic and initial contact of Hamas ready to spray them down. And he actually gets away with 3 of them. May even take a bit more with him, rather. But he is low health, so I was going to say wants to avoid death at this point, but it doesn't matter. Vexite there to finish it out. It's 12-3 at the half-time. And X-Chiefs are going to need to give us a lot more after the break. Stick with us, guys.
no time to run, no games. Your time has come today. Just stopping by to say we're taking over. We're made for this. We're taking over. You know what time it is. We're taking over. We're made to win. We're taking over. Woke up this morning feeling like $1,000,000. Tell me how you feel knowing you get no love. Wait a minute now. Always no losses. Watch out in my cup. If you can watch me rise up to the top, you can learn how to pick it up. Pick it up now. Your window's closing. You notice you never lose so bad. You should expect it. You know I'm coming up. I'm coming up. Hey, no time to run, no games. Your time has come today. Just stopping by to say, hey, come on. We're taking over. We're made for this. We're taking over.
There was trouble for Hex Chiefs in that first half, to say the least. They're going to need to give us a lot more here now if they want a chance of coming back into their own map choice of Nuke and to avoid going onto Dust 2 in an honestly horrendous position. What are we thinking, Scriv? Obviously, they need to start it off with his pistol, but do you believe if they get this that they can start at least closing in the gap a bit?
I think it's going to be very difficult for them, to be honest with you. Like, you know, you need a good 3 rifle rounds, clean on the CT side as well. I don't know, mate. Just not going to happen. Viance in with the triple out of nowhere. And now the 4 versus 2 ensues. That answers your question, I think, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, my question came with the little asterisk that they needed the pistol round, and well, hang on, maybe that could still go south. Soju, he's come in and got himself a quick couple of headshots. Maker's gonna go ahead and join in on the action, and suddenly Ricky's alone. He's got the first of the 2. He knows that Soju's coming from door, and with that can just move back to the hut to start playing time off of that bomb. Forcing Soju, of course, to make the move. He will try and peek forward. It's not being held right now. He spots that it's not being held, of course, but can he escape? Just about as Soju runs out of bullets. This is a very awkward 1v1, but Ricky's fine with it because he's won it on time.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, just a little bit lucky there, isn't it? Just a little bit lucky. Nice for the force buy into this next round, but Order in prime position to be closing out their opponent's map pick in pretty quick fashion. So we'll see here. Should be all good. Timeout comes in for the T side as they just want to make sure that they get things sorted cleanly. You can see the force buy is not too bad. Fair amount of utility for these Deagles to work with.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, you don't normally get quite as many nades behind it, but obviously those extra few kills towards the end ended up salvaging it in a small bit and giving them at least more to work with here. But obviously this is one of the best buys they're going to potentially have on their CT side. If it doesn't work out, and if they don't come straight back in, of course, well, they will get an overtime buy, rather likely going into that 15-3 scoreline, rather. But it'll be their best buy, at least here, for them to try and get going to see if they can have a chance of actually getting an opportunity during the regulation. And let's see. A little bit of focus towards outside, I believe, with 3 of the players. With a lot of nades, that is understandable. They're going to try and put a bit of a nade stack through, but unfortunately, no one actually coming towards this position. Instead, it is the straight-up rush on towards A, and while a 1-for-1 is honestly not a terrible start for the CT side, the problem is I don't think they can do anything about that bomb being planted.
Oh. Bit of a tag through the smoke there. But yeah, you would assume this is generally where it gets a hell of a lot harder. They might be able to find some damage, but you need to move so fast. They're going to set up with the headshot smoke, as it were, and the flash that comes in as well. The counter utility is here. Oh, as that worked out. Maker just goes flying in. Soju's found a couple with the Deagle here, so it's actually down to Jiri. Surely can just play the time, though. Yeah, Molotov onto the bomb is going to do it in and of itself. They will kill him. but there's no time again. Order definitely messier into this second half, getting away with things that maybe if they weren't so far in the lead, they would not be able to do so, or, you know, winning the round at a 9-7 scoreline would actually be very costly with everyone going down, but because they're so far in the lead, it doesn't matter as much. Nonetheless, X-Chiefs, maybe if they started on the CT side, could have made it work, but that's obviously something you've got to factor in when you're picking Nuke.
And, well, look at what they're working with now. It's really not too great. Oh, flashes out, actually catching Soju completely blind there. He had one of the better weapons as well to work with that FAMAS in his hands. Drop down through the vents, wrap around through main for Vexa. Is even going to catch Blitz off guard. There's just nothing going right at the moment for X-Chiefs. Another player even making his way down through that vent right there with the bomb as well. So they're going to be able to get the plant in. And again, you could be considering a save, considering there's 2 AKs in play. And, well, the FAMAS is gone. Although that trade from Humongous, I think, might push them to give it a go, considering it is, again, 14-3, and they desperately need to win some rounds. But maybe not. I think Gump is backing away.
It's hard, isn't it, mate? It's hard. I think here I would just go for it, guys. Like, I don't know. Got a decent enough chance. Just send Gump in first and use Humongous as the man to do it all, so to speak. He's still on the hunt. Might be able to find Gump here. I think the jump spot coming in from the... oh, okay. Maybe not. Indeed, it's a bit of a tough angle to deal with, and he can just hide away. He should be able to hunt him down. Yeah, the Max 10 will take him out, so that's a nice find. 12 rounds in a row for X-Chiefs. What a difference this is. If you've been here since the start of the last series, first of all, thanks a lot. Second of all, what a different tale this is. Goodness me, we were back and forth. We were very close throughout. Even on Vertigo, it was like 16-12 in the end, so it felt like it was very, very close throughout that entire series. Then we come here, and Order are like, right, let's get it sorted. I want that spot. See you in a bit. And X-Chiefs, unfortunately, not able to battle back very convincingly. The A-Rush coming in. Jira will be left isolated because of the Molotov, but it does not matter. The rest of the boys will back up and pick up the pieces. We'll see, though. They're quickly in with the rotations, and unfortunately, no bomb plant coming in. Blitz going to drop the bomb, even. So now the hand forced, as it is a 3 versus 2 recovery required from Order.
Yeah, and, well, another kill from Humongous pretty much seals the deal at this point. Elegance has made his position known. He hits the wallbang, though, into Humongous down to 5 health. And, I mean, even if he can just take away one of these weapons, I don't think he'd be feeling too bad about it. Try and get the finisher on Humongous. Maybe then you have a chance, obviously, to take the one-on-one against Blitz, considering Maker is miles away on ramp. So they're not really all in the best of positions here to help each other. I could see an entrance, an opportunity for Valiance to get back into this. The timing, though, was perfect for Humongous to go into the corner right there. Not showing himself, not giving the opportunity over. Valiance patiently waiting, but by the time he swings out now, I don't know if he'll be expecting it, but he is. Either way, can't get himself the kill as Humongous utilizes that AK well for the headshot. And, well, there we go. A small lifeline being found with a 4th round added onto the board for X-Chiefs. But they have an incredibly long road ahead of them. The only positive I can really see is that I think we might have a force spike come through from Order here. So if they can beat this, then it's an eco. Suddenly you start to get a couple of rounds notched up.
All right, let's see. This is where Order, I think, could go a little deeper into the strat block. Or not, just going to send the player down the vent and try and work with that. And it looks like a bit of an outside execute to back that up. So, interested to see how this turns out. Ramp players as well looking set up and ready to help things out. But yeah, it all comes down to Yustillo, yeah, in a control room, trying to hold things off. So, don't know whether X-Chiefs heard it, whether they're ready for this at all, but Yustillo's got some pretty good control of the B-bomb site.
Yeah, and well, the rest of them will eventually look to join him. As you said, though, it can be pretty difficult to actually get down. So we'll see exactly how they're going to make this one work now. Smoke's going over, I believe, to at least have one player working towards outside, but the rest of them likely just going to try and drop down the vent to see if they can join up, although they could just go A with it. I think Yearstella might even be considering coming back in towards the vent, like a possibility. And, well, they catch Soju as they begin to move out through the door. Humongous getting ready to swing on main, catches the time in there as the molly's taken out, but it doesn't matter. Ricky's got Valiance's back. There's still 2 more players, though, on this A bomb site to deal with, and, well, they've made the correct decision to go ahead and bail. They've dropped it down the vent. And honestly, that has shafted X-Chiefs as they've been left now in a 2-on-4. Make that a 1-on-4 to try and save themselves and keep themselves alive here on their own map choice. Again, reminder, this was their pick.
Yeah, not looking good, is it? You still are even going to catch the final player. Goodness gracious me. 16-4, looking pretty damn good, to say the least there from Order.